Hello, everyone, to the Full of Nerds podcast. Today I'm with Callum Grant, well known for TikTok. Hi, Callum. Welcome to the channel.
Yeah. Hi, everybody. Thank you
So-
for having me.
Yeah, it's great to see you. So, I wanted to ask first, what attracted you to TikTok?
I'd say like at the start of last year, 2 years ago, I've always been into like theatre and doing drama and all that sort of stuff, and I feel like I've always had a comical, theatrical side to me.
Yeah.
And a couple of years ago, I always like Vine was around and all that sort of stuff, and YouTube, and I got to like 16, and I kind of always regretted not going into social media and doing some form of like entertainment on one of the apps, because I did think that it's the sort of thing I could have been really good at.
Yeah.
But then at the time I was just kind of like, oh well, it's never gonna happen. And then it was literally just one day, it was Christmas last year, and I just decided, oh well, how about I just download TikTok? All my friends are saying that there's quite a lot of funny stuff on it, so I just went ahead and downloaded it, and then figured out how it all worked and figured out how that you post and stuff, and just started making videos. And then like 4 days in, I had my first viral video, just complete chance and luck. It was a hockey video. And yeah, and then that was just, I really liked the feeling of going viral, so I just kept trying to do it again. And the more I worked at my account, the more I realized which content that the people like best, and then the more I just kept doing that, and the more I kept growing. So yeah.
Nice, that's really cool to hear. So did you expect to grow as fast as you did?
Well, I say no, but at the same time, I was always, like, even when I have 4 followers, I told my brother and I told all my friends, I said, I'm actually gonna like be like the most followed person on TikTok, and none of them believed me. And obviously that's not true. Obviously not the most followed person on TikTok, but I did have a lot. I did have a lot of confidence in myself. If you told me this time last year I'd have like 700,000 almost followers at this stage, I would be surprised, definitely, and I'd be like excited. But yeah, I'd say I always did think, like, if I just kept posting and kept getting good ideas, that I would have a good chance. I just had confidence in myself. I was unsure, but I did tell everyone, I'm going to be TikTok famous, and no one believed me. So
no, I get that. Yeah, I understand. So how do you think of your skits then? Because obviously some of your skits are hilarious. It's just obviously like your bottom set class one, you're obviously well known for, as you said. Your wrestling one recently, they're really cool.
Oh yeah.
So how do you think of these ideas?
All these guys.
Yeah. So enjoyable.
It's like some people were commenting like you're like 18 and you still play with toys, but I don't really see it like that. I just think there's a difference between being childish and childlike.
Yeah.
I think it's important, like if people are finding it funny, like you're like, you know, an older guy and you're finding it funny, so it's actually just like all of it. The whole point of everything is just entertainment during lockdown.
Exactly.
And you asked what I thought of my skits and how I come up with the ideas. I'd say, honestly, like I told you about how I've always been into theatre. I've always been quite theatrical and done drama in school and stuff. I genuinely think I just have like a very imaginative mind, and ideas kind of just come to me.
Yeah.
Like I could just be like sitting here in my room, and I'll think, all right, what am I going to do a skit about today? Then within the next 30 seconds, I'll worked it out in my head what I'm going to do.
Oh, cool.
And so I just have quite an imaginative mind. And some days I'll be stuck for an idea, and what I might do is watch a comedy on Netflix for inspiration. And I'll just watch there's a really funny series on Netflix with like Paul Rudd and everyone. I don't know if you've heard of it, called Wet Hot American Summer.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just brilliant. It's hilarious. So whenever I need an idea, sometimes I watch that. But most times I just manage to think of it on the spot. What do I think of them? I'd say like some of them I find funnier than others. Some of them I just some of them I do think like this is hilarious, and some of them I'm just like this isn't that funny. But I'm
Yeah.
sure some people in the app will find it funny. But again, it's all just with the purpose to entertain whoever comes across it, and just in the hope that it will make a couple of people like cheer up. So
Yeah, I get that. Well, you definitely achieve that, I think, because I find
thank you very much.
all your videos hilarious, and it's just amazing to you always better yourself, I think, as well when I watch your TikToks. So it's
Thank
cool.
you very much.
Yeah, it's cool.
That's awesome to hear.
So on that topic, how do you, because you obviously do part 1, part 2 of your series, how do you try and make them better? Or do you just go into it thinking they're going to be better?
So how do I like go into the next episode and the next skit that I'm going to do?
Yeah.
Like trying to make it better than the first one.
Yeah. That's what. Yeah.
I think that. Well, obviously, I have all my all my content I did at the beginning. All my skits weren't that great because I figured out that with TikTok, it's not actually always about the actual like comical area of the video that you're posting. Like you could have one video which is way funnier than another video, but the video which is less funny will be the one that goes viral.
Yeah,
the
I
one
get
was way more funny will be rubbish. But because I realized with TikTok it's not all about the idea, it's about how you film it and like the hashtags you use and all that sort of stuff. So like the quality of your videos have to be really good.
Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah, so I kind of like to try and make it better. I'll improve the quality, and I'll take. So what I do is I look at the comments from a video of a part 1, and then, for example, with the bottom set mask, people would comment, "Ah ha ha ha! Can I call my mum?" And all that sort of stuff. So I take like quotes and bits that worked from the first one, and then put that into the second one, and like the other like comical areas, I just change up a bit. But I just say I look to take quotes from the first one and punchlines that worked. I take them forward and I try and improve the quality of the video. And like to improve like filming, I got like a ring light, which I'm using at the minute. And that's like improved the quality of a lot of my videos. It means you can do it hands free because most of the time on my videos I just hold my phone. It's quite useful doing. So it's quite useful doing it hands free, but I don't always use that. But yeah, I'd say. Yeah. And then again, it's like with I don't know if you saw the Donna part 1 and part 2.
Oh, where she's pregnant. Is that the one where she's pregnant?
Yeah,
exactly. They're hilarious.
Yeah, thank you. So that's the exact same thing. It's just looking at the comments and taking stuff that worked into the other videos. That's a perfect example because it's got the exact same punchline at the end, which is that this girl is pregnant and her dad, she managed to trick her dad into getting a boy into her room. So.
Yeah, I think they're some of my favorite ones of your recent videos, definitely, for sure. So
yeah, well, thank you. I was happy with those ones. All my friends also said that they liked those ones. Like those ones definitely got a lot of attention. And yesterday I did one which worked really well. I know it was 2 days ago. I don't know if you saw the like what it feels like for a teacher on an online class.
Oh yeah.
I think the most important thing about making a skit is just about like the relatability aspect.
100%,
so you want people commenting at their friend, like at Mary Johnston, remember when this happened to us, or remember when Max did this, and you just want like hundreds of thousands of people like just commenting stuff like that, because that's how a video goes viral, when there's a real relatable aspect and it's got a comical side to it. So
yeah, that was enjoyable as well to watch. Which has been your favorite one to do then? If you could pick one.
Favorite skit to do. I did really enjoy the bottom set maths ones.
Yeah.
Oops. My parents are shouting at each other. Nice. I did really enjoy the bottom set maths ones at first, but I always get a bit bored of the same content again and again and again. And I do like moving on from things. So I did the bottom set maths ones for like 4 series, and for series 1 I really enjoyed filming them, and it was getting a lot of attention as well. And then after like series 3 and 4, I was just kind of like, Oh, I'm getting a wee bit tired of this, and I will still post about it occasionally, but I've been doing this for ages. I think my favourite videos, it's not actually a skit. I think just the Morrison's ones I do
Yeah,
are my favourite because they can get like hundreds of thousands of likes, and they're so easy and fun to
yeah,
film because it's me, like, um, pissing around in a shop and then just sitting down and eating
yeah.
some food. So it's class.
What's your appeal with Morrison's? About is it because it's local, or is he just you?
Yeah, so it was a complete fluke. So I've been going to Morrison's for the past 4 years
Okay.
because on Tuesdays and Thursdays I am at Inverleith. Well, you're not gonna know where that is. I don't know why I told you that.
What is that?
It's basically where the hockey pitch is.
Oh, okay.
I was speaking to you like you're like from this area. Yeah, so on Tuesdays and Thursdays I'm at the hockey pitch, which is on like the other side of town,
Okay.
for my hockey coaching. So I have like a job with the hockey club,
Oh, nice.
but I have my school like training first. So in between school training and coaching, I always go to Morrison's with a pal,
Yeah.
and we have 40 minutes to chill there in the cafe, and then we go back for coaching.
Yeah.
So that's just on Tuesday. So on Tuesday, I just decided, well, I've not posted anything yet today. How about I buy some food and rate it?
Oh, cool.
I had absolutely no idea it was gonna blow up like that. I was expected nothing from it, and yeah, amazingly, it just decided it was going to get like hundreds of thousands of views. And then I was like, okay, I'll do this again. And I kept
nice.
doing it
Cool.
and doing it, and they've only ever gotten a great attention. Like the actual local shop for me is Tesco. Like I've got
right.
no Morrison's local, but that's just the Morrison's which I'm at on Tuesday and Thursdays. So it's the easiest
that's
thing
cool.
to do.
I get that, yeah. So you obviously spoke about hockey. Is hockey like something you'd like to do in the future, or is it just something you do currently?
I mean, I think hockey is something I'd like to do in the future. Not like on a professional level.
Yeah.
I don't think hockey players earn like anything really. Like it's not.
I know what you mean.
It's not really that big a sport. Field hockey, but like I know in Germany and Netherlands and stuff it can be quite big, but I don't think I'm quite good enough for that. But I just think I'd quite like to do it. Like for example, if I were to go to uni, I'd like to play for my uni team.
Yeah.
Maybe when I'm older, and I have my bad knees and my bad back, I'll still look for a local hockey club to play for and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So I do think it's the sort of thing I want to use as a way to keep social throughout my life, definitely.
Yeah, I get that. So what is your hope from in the future? Do you hope to do social media? I know you do music as well. So what was it like doing your music?
I think the music, to be honest, was just taking the mickey.
Still good songs.
What's that? Sorry.
They're still good songs though.
Oh really? Gosh,
Yeah.
like thank you.
Very comical.
Yeah, they were just mental. Like the sandwich. Like if you like, I keep telling people, if you actually just sit down and just listen to the lyrics, like really listen,
Yeah.
you can realize how weird it is.
I know.
Like some of the lyrics in there are just bizarre, but that's why I love like comedy, which is just so utterly bizarre and just unrealistic.
Yeah.
And just like I want it to just kind of like childish, weird comedy. Sometimes I just love. So I decided to make those songs as a way for my TikTok followers to like enjoy like something from me, which isn't just videos. So yeah, and what do I hope to do in the future? An ideal scenario is would be I'd love to go into like acting.
Oh, cool.
Like a form of like comedy acting. I'd love to be on social media if I could. There's good money to be made in it, and it is my ambition because it's the sort of thing that I do love to do, and I'd realistically I don't really want to go to uni. I don't want to get a normal job, but if you do, that's life and that's fine. But like in an ideal scenario, I do think I'd quite like to go into comedy, whether it be on social media or like acting. That would be the idea, and I think I'm just going to try and keep growing my TikTok
Yeah,
and just see what opportunities present themselves.
that's cool. I understand that totally. So have you got any new skits coming out? Obviously, not you can tell me, but I'm saying, have you got anything planned?
No, yeah, of course. I've got a new like format of posting planned. Where like at the minute my brother is helping me out with like he's like my manager basically.
Oh, cool.
Because I was with an agency, but yeah, me and my brother decided that we were to have a shot at like a good crack at it with just me and him.
Yeah.
Because we were like wanted to do like lots of stuff that we weren't really sure if you could like do that sort of thing with an agency. So he's helping me out with all that at the minute, and he's helping me out with a new posting plan where it's like you see on TikTok there's 3 columns of videos, like there's row 1, row 2,
yeah.
row 3. So every day I'm gonna start posting 1 skit, 1 like story, and 1 series skit. So 1 just regular skit that there might not be a part 2 made to, 1 like I'm just talking to the camera, and 1 like series skit, and it's gonna be work out in the end that all the series are on like the right, all the stories are in the middle, and all the skits are on the left. I think if that worked, could be cool. And then me and my brother right now are working on a potential like clothes brand.
Oh, nice, cool.
And like for me to promote my TikTok, I don't know, I don't want it to like my face and name to be all over it. I just want it to be like imaginative clothes for imaginative people, you know.
I get that.
I just want it to be just cool clothes, because I tried merch before, and like these days it's like I'm not stupid. Nobody really wants to go around wearing your merch, because it can be seen as a bit embarrassing getting like a TikToker or a YouTuber's merch. Like nobody would be caught dead in like, you know, Jake Paul merch or like Charlie D'Amelio merch. So that's just the way it is. So I think I'm just gonna try and create a brand. Like it's nothing to do with me, but it's just like obviously me and my brother are like running it, and it's just like really cool clothes. So that's some more plans for the future. Skits, I don't think I've ever planned a skit for the next day. I just always like plan on the day, which is a bit stupid. I think like sometimes I think how much easier my life would be if I just spent like an hour on a Saturday just making lots and lots and lots of skits, so then I don't have to keep doing it like every day throughout the week, because it's just there in my drafts to post. But yeah, I'm sure I'll think of something today.
Yeah, I get that 100%. You know the wrestling thing you're talking about. So what made you bring that to your TikTok? I know you said it was in lockdown, but what made you bring it now and not before?
The wrestling.
Yeah.
I had it kind of just I saw something on my For You page. I saw a video of, I don't know if you've ever seen like this one. It was basically a girl saying, "I want to know why boys take so effing long on the loo," and then it cuts to the like man who says something really funny. Like he creates a stitch of that first video, and I thought like a really funny video could be if I made a stitch with that girl like asking why boys take so long in the toilet. But like, and this just kind of an idea just came into my head, and it would be like this girl says, "Why boys take so effing long in the loo?" And then it would be like the camera like coming into the bathroom where I'm like on the toilet, but I'm just like in there playing with all my like WWE action figures, and that's why you take so long. And I've never really got around to filming that. Instead, when I brought them like all my stuff down from the attic, I just thought of this other idea: who can knock John Cena off his chair, and just thought that would be hilarious as well. And I have used them all before in lockdown. A couple months ago, I filmed like a video with them. But yeah, I just thought, why not utilize them again? Because it's quite cool, and some of my fan base are a lot younger and love WWE and stuff, so it had the potential to do well.
Oh, nice, cool. Well, it seems to be doing well. You've done like 4 parts now, haven't you? So it's clearly
I just filmed 6 parts regardless, and even if they weren't doing great, I just would have probably just kept posting them anyway. and it's a good thing that they're doing well, and people seem to be enjoying it. So
Yeah, I get that. Is there anyone on TikTok you would like to collab with after obviously lockdown's over and stuff?
um, I'll maybe I'll go with the unrealistic obvious one would be Charlie D'Amelio.
Yeah, I've noticed you mention her a lot.
Yeah, I've just yeah, I love them D'Amelios. I love Charlie D'Amelio, and let's be honest, if you collab with Charlie D'Amelio, then you're gonna get a lot of clout. So if there was
Yeah.
if there was gonna be one TikToker anyone we want to collab with, it would surely be her. That's who you're gonna get the most clout off. And I genuinely do think that she seems like a lot of fun. And at first, like when I started TikTok and got lots of hate and all that, I think
Okay.
I think I saw that she was just like a 15-year-old girl at the time. Because last year I was 16, she was 15.
Yeah.
And I saw that she was just a 15-year-old girl with like 20 million followers at the time, getting like industrial amounts of hate.
Yeah.
And that kind of just made me realize, well, if this girl who's getting all this horrible hate keeps going, and she's like younger than me, then why can't I keep going?
Yeah.
I just kind of push past the original stage of getting a bit of hate, and then I don't think I get it at all anymore. Really, I very rarely see a mean video now, to be honest. And
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I think it's just like the smaller you are on TikTok, the more people want to try and like stop you from like carrying on, because they want to like try catch you when it's early, when you have a realistic chance of actually seeing their comment. Because maybe there is still hate these days, but I don't see every comment, so it's harder to come across. But yeah, if I was to collab with any TikToker, it'd be Charlie. I think I could think of a hilarious video to do with her. I'd teach her how to do a skit or something, and I think that would just be amazing.
That'd be funny.
That's quite unrealistic, but a realistic one. There's a TikTok guy who's funny. Can't completely remember his name. I think it's Joe Carter or something.
Oh, yeah, he does the skits with his dad and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah, he's hilarious.
And so I think like we both have like a fairly similar amount of followers. He's a bit more than me, but I think that everybody always comments on my account like you should do a skit with him. And I know. Have you heard of Stuggy Bear?
No, I haven't.
Stuggy Bears, he's like an older guy that makes skits, but I think out of like the younger people in the UK, I think me and Joe are like two of the people that stand out the most.
Yeah,
when it comes to like young people who make skits. I've not come across a hell of a lot of other people like our age who have like much more followers than us too.
Yeah.
I'm sure there could well still be some that I've not come across, but I do think like me and him could definitely make some funny videos together, and I think that could be possible maybe after lockdown. So I think that's a more realistic one than Charlie D'Amelio. But yeah,
I hope we see that though, because you two are actually two of my favorite TikTokers. So
oh really?
That would be cool.
Yeah, it would be cool. And maybe I'll think one day of sending him a message or something.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Awesome.
And another, I think have you heard of Izzy Povs or Issy Povs?
I haven't. No.
No, she's she's a girl who has like 4.3 million
Okay.
followers on TikTok. And like me and my brother are thinking about starting like up our own podcast, like properly.
Yeah, I've heard. Yeah.
And call it like Into the Grantverse or something. Oh, nice. And so far we've just interviewed my mum.
Yeah, I saw that.
But I think we're getting this girl Issy Povs on it. Like when you now I'm interviewing you. But when you like are looking for people to have on your podcast, because I've seen that you've had lots of like awesome guests. Yeah. How do you kind of go around like tracking them like down and like actually being able to get a response from them? Do you just message them on all social platforms? And
yeah, well, obviously I use Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Sometimes it's email as well, and sometimes you have agents who you have to go through. So it depends on the person you're dealing with.
Yeah, like how eager they are to like do a podcast. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's different because some people can be, fairly big in the movie industry or whatever it is, and they'll say yes, easy. But some people will be not as easy to get. It's hard to call, really.
Yeah. because yeah, I was trying to see if I could get Mr. What's his name? Is it Mr. Tumbles?
Who's that?
Oh, is that not his name? There used to be that guy on like CBBBs. It's like Mr. Tumbles or something. And
I might be a bit. What year
maybe
was it?
it must have been like 2005, like 6, 2007 maybe. But yeah, I was trying to see if I could get him on our podcast. He's just some CBBB's guy
All
because
right,
it
cool.
would just be hilarious. But I have absolutely no way of contacting him. The guy is just like he's a ghost on social media.
You find that with some people, you think of them and they don't have any social platforms. So it's like,
Yeah.
how do you exist? I don't know. It's
Yeah,
weird.
exactly.
So this isn't really to do with you, but why do you think TikTok was a success? And why do you think people watch it on the regular? And why is it so popular, do you think?
I think there's always been a hunger for an app like this. I mean, you saw it with Vine until Vine got cancelled. You saw it with Musical.ly for a wee while. Like there was all these girls, some boys as well, running around doing, you know, like all their musicalies and all that. So there's clearly always been a sort of hunger for something like this. And TikTok, like the Chinese company, have obviously just smartly thought like, well, how about we put Vine and Musical.ly together?
Yeah, I get that. Yeah,
and to make TikTok and it's like an app like this, like it's been crying out, like people have been crying out for it because now like Instagram and Snapchat are trying to like keep up with TikTok as much as possible. I think now it's actually a case of like people trying to keep up with TikTok, because now obviously there's the Explore page on Instagram and there's spotlighting on Snapchat, so I think that people just love the fact that it's like Instagram traditionally is meant for photos, selfies, like pics on your profile.
Yeah.
Snapchat's traditionally, just meant for like messaging your friends. Twitter's meant for like you just kind of like, tweeting. Like it's quite hard to go viral on Twitter, but like Twitter's really the only other thing you can go viral on, apart from like I suppose you can on Instagram Reels now, but on the Explore page. But Twitter traditionally just kind of been for looking at celebrity beef and following people you like, maybe doing your own occasional tweets. I tweet about football and stuff. Facebook, cool. I don't even know what Facebook is, to be honest. It seems to be something like like mums use. I don't know. And you said you use it to message around, but I can't say I'm on Facebook very often. But I think TikTok is just it's very original because it's something completely different. It's just for people to be imaginative, and you can quite literally post whatever you like. It's open to so many ideas because you have a minute to literally just create whatever you want, and it's amazing to see how creative some people are and what they come up with. I think it's awesome.
Yeah.
And it gives you the opportunity. You can dance, show off your good dance skills. You have a minute to paint. You have a minute to tell a story. You have a minute to make a skit. You have a minute to show us how good you are at lifting weights. You have a minute to be funny. It's just you can do anything. You have a minute to show us like an amazing view and all that sort of stuff. It's just endless amounts of opportunities in the app. And it's like there is like a decent chance of going viral. Like everybody has a chance of going viral, and it's just the excitement surrounding it. Because yes, Instagram Reels, but apart from TikTok, there's not really another app where you have like as good a chance of going viral. Like anybody can go viral on TikTok. Like you see, even like little more like smaller kids in the app will make videos sometimes of like their Fortnite and stuff like that, and it will blow up and get hundreds of thousands of likes because there's a target market audience for whatever you want to post. There's going to be people that want to watch it, which is why like hashtags can come in quite important, and it's just about creating that like that cult following and just keep feeding them what they want to see. So it's just like there's a target market for everything on TikTok, and whatever you want to post, like there will be a group of people, whether it be a wee bit smaller or much bigger, that want to watch your videos. So.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, because I follow loads of different accounts that have different purposes, and I like that because I'm not watching the same thing every day, which is amazing
Yeah.
about.
Yeah, I follow the guy. I don't know if you've seen him, but I like his videos. I can't actually remember what his name is, but he walks through the forest and he lives in a cabin and plays like ice hockey games, and people comment like, "Is it all right if we go on a walk?" And he's like,
I watched a video
"Okay."
about 10 minutes ago, not 10 minutes, about before I came on here. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's like, "Okay, buddy,
Yeah.
let's go for a wee walk." And then he's like, "I'll make myself a nice cup of cocoa."
Yeah.
And he's like, I've got my dog with me. Nice little view. He's great. I love that. I love those videos. It's great.
He's got such a soothing voice, hasn't he?
It's magic. And that's again, that just shows you can literally make videos about anything. So whenever people say I have no ideas of what to post, it annoys me. It's like it's just like you're obviously just not thinking hard enough, or you don't, or you want to use that as an excuse of because you maybe don't want to post and you're just using the fact that you have no ideas as an excuse. Anyone can think of any idea. Well, maybe there's some people who don't have very creative minds, but they're good at other stuff instead. Like maybe thinking of videos doesn't come as easy to everybody, but I genuinely think if anybody wanted to post a video, they could easily think of something to post it on. Even just like if like what you're having for your lunch today, like I literally just go to Morrison's and buy a meal deal. Like how easy is that? And then like some people could make a video about what they're cooking for dinner. They could make a cooking video. They could do a vlog of their day. It's just there's just endless amounts of opportunities. Anyway, sorry, were you gonna ask a question before that?
No, I was just gonna ask you. So, what are your final thoughts? What is your goal, like future goals? And I've already asked what you want to do in the future, but what is your like? Where do you want to see yourself in like 10, 15 years?
I think like mental health is the most important thing in life. So I think I just want to be happy, because if you're not happy, then it doesn't really matter what you're doing. Sure. Like you could have lots of money, you could have not lots of money, but if you're not happy, then it'd just be whatever you're doing. It just wouldn't be much fun. Like, so I think happiness is the most important thing. So definitely it sounds kind of cringy, but I want to be happy, and I think I'd love to see myself performing in one way or another, whether that be for people across social media, whether it be for people in films, whether it be for people on a stage somewhere. I think I'm a performer, and I just want to be performing and making people laugh in some area, in some sense of way in 15 years time. So I just want to be a happy guy making people laugh, basically. Like
that's really cool. Yeah, you're 17, right, aren't you?
Yeah.
Well, it's amazing to see that you've already got there's so much comedic side to you, and I think you've got a really good future, and it's
thank you very
amazing
much,
to see that. So,
thank you very much.
Yeah, I just want a last question. So, this is not really TikTok related, but how long have you been a wrestling fan for?
I have been to WWE to see them live 5 times. Cool. I've met John Cena. Got a wee picture with him.
Really nice.
When I was in primary 5, so I would have been like maybe 7 or 8 years old. To be honest, like I'm not as big a fan anymore as I used to be. I don't buy the pay-per-view events anymore like I used to. Like we used to buy Royal Rumble, Hell in a Cell, WrestleMania, and all that. I don't really follow it anymore. Like if there's something big happens, I'll go and look at it. Like when the Edge came back, like the R-rated superstar. The Edge came back, I was all over that. I was like, oh my god. But I've been a wrestling fan since I was in like primary 4, so I would have been like, I'd say like 6, 7, 8, just one of those sorts of ages. And I kept being a massive fan until I was maybe like 12. And then I found out it was fake. And I honestly, deep in my heart, I knew it was fake, but I chose not to believe it. So I kept loving it until I was, for another year, until I was like 13. And then for whatever reason, I kind of just went off it a bit. And I've not really watched, and ever since I was like 13, last like 4 years, I've not really watched it as much, but I still follow it, and I still think that it's absolutely great. And I would never, ever slate anybody for being a WWE fan, no matter how old they are, because it's just brilliant.
No, I agree. Yeah, it used to be amazing. It's lost itself a bit, but
Yeah, I think their top guys aren't quite there anymore because I watched something the other day, and it seems that their top guys are now like AJ Styles, like he
Yeah.
was one of their top guys, and even like I can't remember what the guy's name was, but there was a Scottish guy as well,
Drew McIntyre.
and yeah, Drew McIntyre,
Yeah.
that's the one. And Roman Reigns is still one of the top guys, but I think I don't think they'll ever be able to replicate the days where you had like
Batista.
John Cena, The Rock, Batista, Brock Lesnar, The
Yeah.
Undertaker, the Edge,
Yeah.
even the guys like The Miz and Chris Jericho.
Yeah, exactly.
Like there was endless amounts of like top talent, and and there was Randy Orton, there was The Shield, Rey Mysterio, like the Great Khali. There was so many people that you'd want to go and watch, and then you had like Shane McMahon fighting Kane and all these sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
It's just brilliant. I don't think you'll ever be able to replicate the amount of good superstars they had in that time.
I agree.
I think it was just amazing, unstoppably good back then, and like they could still have a good like cast of superstars now, but it's never going to be as exciting as that. There's endless amounts of people you want to see, and these days there's just like it's just not as, it doesn't seem as traditional because it's all these new characters that everyone needs to get used to, and I suppose that's why like they're bringing back people like the Edge. Like the Edge came back to fight Randy Orton, because they just need attention from old fans again.
Yeah, and Lesnar coming back, and
because maybe it's not like, maybe the views were down a tiny bit, and they weren't making money because there's not people filling out all the stadiums. So they just brought back the Edge, hoping that would affect viewing numbers. But I mean, it's crazy.
I totally agree.
Yeah, it's just brilliant. But I think that I'd say like 2010, 2014 will be the best years of WWE that there's been.
Oh yeah, 100%. Right. Well, I think I've asked you everything I want to. I appreciate you coming on today.
That's no problem at all.
Yeah, good to see you as well. So
it was really good. It was really nice to meet you. I'm sure we'll keep in contact on Instagram and stuff. Let me know if you ever want to have me back on. If I have any advice on how you do your podcast stuff that can maybe help me out with some of my stuff, then I'll fire you over a question.
Yeah, sure. I'll be happy to do that.
Perfect.
Awesome. Right. Enjoy the rest of your day, Callum.
Yeah, you too. I think Dundee United are playing. Football Club support. So where are they? Here we are.
Who are they against?
Dundee United are against Hibs Hibernian at Tannadice in Dundee. So I think I'll be going to watch that. I think that's at 3:00. So that's something for me to do at least. I love a day when you wake up during COVID and you know that there's at least going to be something for you to do.
I know.
Literally, it's the small things, it's the little things, like literally just getting up to watch a football match.
Yeah.
Even that, it's just like, yes, I have something to do today. So
I totally agree. Yeah, I've got Man United to watch today. If you've heard of them.
Man United. What do you mean? Have you ever heard of them? Are you kidding?
I know what you mean, but
what do you mean? Have you heard of any football fan in the world?
Sorry.
I've heard of Man U. I've been to see Man U at Old Trafford against West Brom back in like 2015. And Jesse Lingard and Juan Mata scored, so there you go.
Oh yes.
I always support Man U when they're on. I was supporting them in the Champions League when they got like knocked out by that Diddy team. They brought it back to 3-2, I think.
It was RB Leipzig, or was it?
Yeah, RB, Leipzig, yeah. And I've always supported Man U. Like I think there's a difference between being a fan and a supporter. I'm a Dundee United fan, like properly, like love Dundee United through and through. Than Man United, I'm more of a fan of. Like I've always wanted to see them doing well. So whenever they're on, I'll always celebrate their goals and everything. So there you go.
Oh,
maybe
cool.
That's something people didn't always know about me.
At least you're supporting the right team.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah. I was gonna say, are we stopped recording yet? Are we still going?
No, it's still good.
Oh, right. Okay. I was going to say, if you could send me, like, once the podcast's like ready, if you could send me the link and stuff, then I can spread it on all my socials. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I will. I appreciate that. Awesome.
Yeah, awesome. Perfect.
Right. That's it.
Right.
Have a good day.
Yeah, you too. Thank you very much.